At home with the Richbergs, offering strategies to conquer life with love, joy, and laughter, with co-hosts C. Natasha and Erica Richberg.
Episode 2, Friendships. I heard on a Netflix show, friends are one soul and two bodies. What is your experience of friendship, Erica?
Well, I haven't heard that one before.
I know it's deep, isn't it?
So let's see. One soul, two bodies. Well, I haven't had that experience, so I wouldn't know. I have the experience of me, myself, and I, and being told that no man is an island. But
friendship. So when you think of a friendship, do you have a definition in mind? Do you have a definition versus an experience? So what's your definition of friendship?
Oh, my definition of friendship is being reciprocal. You know, you be there for them and they be there for you, and y'all just got each other's back through life. Mm-hmm. That hasn't been my experience, but that's what.
Well, Lord, let's talk about you. Let's talk about one better experience of friendship. Just one.
A better experience. I haven't had no good experiences of friendship. My friends are, when I'm in a bad place, people are there, and then when I get in a good place, they disappear. So I haven't had a best friend for life or someone that go out. I have seasonal friends.
Okay. Do you desire to have more than?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I love my family. I love the people that I encounter, which I would consider acquaintances. But having a friend, nah, I'm over it.
You're over it?
Over it. People are just disappointing. So it's very hard.
Okay. Okay.
Do you want friends?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, why would you want them?
I like friends are one soul and two bodies. I think Daddy is a good friend of mine.
But he's your husband.
But he's still my friend too.
I haven't had that experience neither. I can't even find me a lover and a best friend. So again, you got your friend. I'm looking for mine.
Okay. I think it's possible to have that, but it's more rare. And in today's society, with everybody looking out at social media as some made-up thing of friendship, people are more or less associates.
That is true.
A closer associates, a surface level associates, and some are deeper level associates. But that soulmate kind of friends, Oprah and Gail, that's rare. Mm-hmm. That's
and
very
see,
rare.
I used to want the Oprah and Gail. Now I'm just good with my babies and my mommy. Those are my friends.
Okay, so what lessons have you learned about friendships? And you just said that earlier, one good lesson.
That they're seasonal. You know, people come into your life for seasons, and then once y'all get what y'all need from each other, then they just go there. We go our own separate ways. So I've just learned that there's no permanency in friendship, even though I feel like there should be, but it just hasn't been my experience.
Yeah, I kind of think that I'm not a good judge of friendships. A lot of people come, and eventually, if they see that I've reached heights that they desire to, they become competitive. I compete with me.
That's
and
it.
Me alone.
That's all.
I don't care what anybody else is doing.
We don't care. We are your cheerleaders. Like, if my friend is trying to do whatever they want to do, I'm going to be your friend. I'm going to rock with you through whatever you're trying to go through. But then they see you trying to do something good and they get mad. Like, that don't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. So with hindsight being 2020, I just understand that you have to keep some things to yourself because everybody can't handle all levels of your truth. Some people, you can be a deeper friend to them than they will ever be to you, and vice versa. And then associates of people who will be around usually more during bad times than good.
Yep.
On bad times, it seems like people kind of flock to you.
Yep.
And on good times, they kind of scatter away. And I've just kind of understand that as a truth about life that I didn't realize at one point. But family, in some instances, can be really good friends and can be unconditional if you let them. in.
Yes, if you have healthy relationships. Because not just because your family is your family doesn't mean that they can be your friends.
That's right.
So that's true, too.
One thing I've learned about in our family, in our circle, we kind of talk too much.
We do. We are very open about everything. And people be like, you told your mama that? Yes. Why wouldn't I? You know, even as a teenager, you know, when teenagers are more secretive with their parents, I'm very open with mine. Me as a grown woman, I wish I wouldn't tell my mother, like, who does? I don't keep secrets, and maybe that's my problem, but I'm just very open, and I love it.
And because I'm one of your parents, I've learned not to be judgmental of your friends irregardless of what they're going through.
Yes.
Irregardless, I just don't judge them. Mm-hmm. And they think I'm going to judge them.
Yes.
And if they knew everything that I knew, I can't tell them because then they would get extra mad.
They'd be like, well, why does your mother know this? But why not? Because you don't judge.
Yeah.
So I think that's great. Like, to have a parent, be a parent, you know, that can guide you.
And I am a parent.
Yes, you're my parent first. You're my friend second.
Yep.
My parent first that can guide you through life, and then be my friend and say, now, Erica, now you should have did this instead of that. Like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, you don't just take my side because you're my mother.
Right.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Right.
And I got to fix it.
Right. Right. That's how it should be.
And that's how it should be. But people don't realize it. They see I'm very close to my mother and I shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not, I don't see that. I think that being transparent in my situation with my mother, who is my mother first, my friend second, I like our relationship.
Well, can you just tell me before we go to the next segment, one good time that somebody you thought was really a good friend, how did that feel in that season?
So when I thought I had a good friend, it was good having somebody support me, but it was when I was going through my lowest point. But in my lowest point, I had someone who was there rocking with me, and then as I got healthy and healed, they disappeared. But in the moment of my sadness, I appreciate that they were present.
And then when you got
happy, they disappeared.
Okay. And so, but it still felt good while you did have it.
It did feel good. But I would love to have something like that, but it just hasn't been my experience. The only time people are around is when I'm sad. When I'm happy, they go away.
Okay, we got to work on that. we got to work on that. But one thing I've learned about friendship, you gotta give and receive. And one that I found that I personally could have done better, I give too much and people misinterpret that, and so I got to hold back on the giving because I like to give. Yes. I really
especially
do.
When you go to the mall. You see
my God, you sale.
You know, it don't take much to be thoughtful.
Right. But sometimes that's misinterpreted. So I've learned that part. I got to pull back on that part. Mm-hmm. And I just want somebody to be there for me sometime.
Yes.
And that part is difficult.
But the good thing is you do have sorority sisters that can fill that gap.
Yeah.
I'm just right out here riding solo.
Yeah. For right now, we'll just leave that part alone. So let's do some words of encouragement. So one words of encouragement, a true friend will always be with you and not compete against you. Mm-hmm. And they will celebrate your success.
Absolutely.
So if you find somebody that celebrates your success, oh yeah, that's one thing, a word of encouragement. I've seen people celebrate my success, and I didn't realize they were always a good friend. Mm-hmm. Just didn't know to view them like that because they weren't in my space every single day. Mm-hmm. But everything to celebrate, they were right there.
That is true.
So a good friend will celebrate you.
Yep.
This is C. Natasha Richburg.
And this is Erica Michelle Richburg. You're listening to At Home with the Richburgs, offering strategies to conquer life with love, joy, and laughter. This is a CNR Ministries production, the podcast At Home with the Richburgs, offering strategies to conquer life with love, joy, and laughter. Recorded at Stages Music Arts, Studio A. Audio copyright 2025 by C. Natasha Richburg. All rights reserved.